First of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior for waking me up today and giving me this opportunity. I also want to thank the Chamber for holding the forum. For those of you who don't know me, I am Howard Castay. I am campaigning for Parish Council at Large for District 11. I have a BA in Communications from Loyola University with the equivalent of a minor in English, French, and Religious Studies. I've been married to Darlene Loop, originally of Morgan City, for the past 26 years. We have 2 sons, 5 grandchildren, and believe it or not, 2 great-grandchildren. I founded KBZE radio station about 27 years ago. I actually purchased 105.9, then it was called KVPO 27 years ago. It was an oldies format, and it was located in Stevensville in a trailer. And 2 weeks after purchasing it, Hurricane Andrew came along, and you know the rest of the story. So we moved into Morgan City in the Offshore Oil Center, which is now the site of CBS Pharmacy. And then January 1 of 1993, we changed format. For the past 11 years, I have been a member of the Tesh Action Clinic Board of Commissioners. Tesh Action Clinic is Louisiana's first community health center. I have been supervising and learning about budgets there. We have 14 clinics, 4 school-based sites, and 1 mobile unit. Also, for the past 27 years, however, I have been attending the St. Mary Parish Council meetings with probably about an 85 to 90% attendance record, reporting on those meetings for myself, as well as the Advocate, the Homa Tri-Parish Times, and the Daily Iberian. I am also secretary of the Advocacy Board for the Louisiana Primary Care Association. I'm a member of the National Association of Community Health Centers. I'm also a member of the Chamber, the St. Mary Parish Chamber. I have about, in another life, 5 years of experience in the hotel, tour, and travel industry. I was also a former member of the Louisiana LTPA, Travel and Promotion Association. And I am running for this office because I believe it's time for a change. I see so many people. I've met so many wonderful listeners for 27 years, and I hear a lot of their stories.
All right, thank you. Next, we'll hear from Mr. Dean Adams. Again, you will have 3 minutes.
My name is Dean Adams. I'm a resident of St. Mary Parish. My parents are Ulysses and Carol Adams. I have 3 daughters, Kayla, Caitlin, and Carly. Married to Sheila Bro Adams for 35 years. I'm running because I want to better our community. I served as a firefighter in Morgan City for over 25 years. Started as a firefighter, went to operator, went to captain, and moved to assistant chief. We did a lot of stuff improving our city. While I was at the fire department, I worked with firefighters all over the parish, from Amelia all the way to Four Corners, had meetings with them in case we needed help from one another, and that has happened on several occasions. I also served on the Parks and Recreation Commission in Morgan City for 20 years. Been involved with my kids' youth activities. And I want to see our parish grow, and I'm looking forward to serve y'all.
Thank you. And our third candidate of the night, Mr. Bill McCarty, you will also have 3 minutes for your opening remarks.
Good evening. I'm Bill McCarty. I'm 49 years old, and I'm a lifelong resident of St. Mary Parish. I'm a 1988 graduate of Morgan City High School and a 1992 graduate of Nicholls State University with a degree in business law. I'm married to the former Julie Cortez McCarty, and we're the parents of 1 daughter, Jill, who's 19 and a sophomore at LSU, so you know where my money goes. Upon graduation from college, I went to work for a local oil field company, In 2010, I started my own small oil field consulting company, which I operate to this day. In 2001, I was reading the Daily Review and saw an article about the Board of Adjustment turning down a request for a variance. And I thought, you know, that doesn't seem like a very good reason they turned that down. I think I can do better. I think I can bring a common sense approach to that board. So I applied, and lo and behold, I was appointed in 2001. 2004, I became the chairman of that board, and I still am today. I'm very proud of that board. We've helped hundreds of citizens of Morgan City with using a common sense approach to our zoning laws and help them to have their homes improved and protect their personal assets. In 2003, I was asked to be a member of the St. Mary Parish Hospital District Board Number 2, which is the board that oversees the lease to Tesh Regional. I served 2 terms. In 2011, I got off the board. In 2017, that board began having issues with the operator of the hospital concerning some lease issues. I was asked to join the board, and I agreed to. Through 2018 and up to this year, we've had numerous meetings with our community, with our board, as Dr. Braziel can attest. We've gone through the meetings and many negotiations, and as of October this year, I'm very proud to say that Ochsner Hospitals has become the managing partner for Tesh Regional. It's going to be a very good day for our hospital and our community. In 2006, my daughter was a kindergarten student. I said, you know what, maybe taking a business approach to the school board would be a good idea. So you know what, I'm going to run for this, and I did. And lo and behold, I won. That I did not know what I was getting into, but I found out quickly. 3 terms later, in 2018, she graduated. Upon her graduation, she said that 3 terms is enough in an elected board for anyone. I can attest to that. I'm very proud of the things that this board was able to accomplish. Our student rankings in the state increased tremendously, and we were able to make improvements to Morgan City High's with a brand new library, a brand new air-conditioned system, new library and air-conditioned system at Morgan City Junior High, a new wing and gymnasium at Wyandotte, new air-conditioned system at Oakwang. All these improvements were made at no extra cost to the taxpayers. I feel that I am uniquely qualified to be the councilman of District 11, and I look forward to your support on October the 12th. Thank you.
Thank you. Each of our candidates was provided with a list of questions for tonight's forum. Because of our limited time frame, we will use 2 of those questions. We will now start with our first question, which Mr. Castay will answer. What would you do to streamline the process of starting a new business? What would you do to streamline the process of starting a new business?
I think there needs to be a user-friendly St. Mary Parish administration website where someone who wants to do business with this parish can find a step-by-step guide on how to do it. I mean, down to using YouTube videos so that they can meet the particular person from that particular department in the parish and let that person speak for about a minute or 2 on what he or her office does, and then go on and so forth. This is just another example of how St. Mary Parish can welcome new industry, because a YouTube video is shot for free on a cell phone. You can load it up to YouTube for free, and YouTube is your friend once more because they give you the free code that you can embed it in your website. So it's minimal cost. Another thing I think we could do is meet with folks and ask them if they have a marketing plan. For selling radio for so long, we meet wonderful people who want to open a new business, but they do a ribbon cutting and then miraculously they expect throngs of people to show up, and they don't really have a guide on how to get people inside of their business. And that's one thing I'd like to help them do. So.
Thank you very much. Next, we'll hear from Mr. Adams. It'll be the same question. What would you do to streamline the process of starting a new business? What would you do to streamline the process of starting a new business?
What we need is a one-stop shop. When someone wants to open a new business in our parish or city, you go to that location, if it's Franklin, you go to Franklin's, go to City Hall, want to start a new business. They give you a packet with all the names and numbers of people you need to contact to open your business. Same thing in the parish, same thing in Morgan City, and I think that would make our parish a lot better. I know it's not easy because there's so many entities you need to talk to. I know now they're doing, just to build a house, it's all the stuff you got to go through with all the inspections you got to have. We just need to have a one-stop shop.
All right, thank you. Mr. McCarty, the same question. What would you do to streamline the process of starting a new business? What would you do to streamline the process of starting a new business?
I think that Mr. Castay and Mr. Adams both have very good ideas. The one thing that I would do was we'd have one person on the parish level as a go-to for new business owners to go see. I think the economic development officer is probably the right person for that position. I'll say, depending on the type of business, if it's a retail business, I'd have that economic director, I'd have to make sure he knew exactly what the guidelines were for the sales tax office and occupational office as well. That if it was a municipal a company going into a municipal area, I'd make sure the economic developer knew exactly who to speak to at the city level and have all the information on hand and ready to go. If it's a manufacturer, I'd have the economic developer walk through the planning and zoning office to make sure they knew all the permits and the processes that need to be done. And again, if it was on a city level, making sure that they had exactly the person they need to talk to with all the correct information. Thank you.
Thank you. And for our second question, that will be answered first by Mr. Adams. Why do you want to serve on the parish council? Why do you want to serve on the parish council?
The reason I want to serve on the parish council because my whole family, my 3 daughters, my wife and I still reside in the parish. My mom and dad still reside in the parish. My father-in-law still resides in the parish, and I want to make our parish better. I'm on the Parks and Recreation Commission in Morgan City, past member of Morgan City JCs, past member of the Main Street Board in Morgan City, and I want to see our parish continue to grow, and hopefully we can move forward.
Thank you. Next, Mr. McCarty, it will be the same question. Why do you want to serve on the parish council? Why do you want to serve on the parish council?
With almost 20 years of experience being on various boards, I think I have the experience that's needed, the temperament that's needed, and I know what the expectations are of what's needed for our citizens. I served as a vice president of the school board for almost 4 years. I'm currently serving as the secretary-treasurer of the hospital board. And like I said before, I'm the chairman of the board of adjustments for the city of Morgan City. So I have good communication skills. Julie and I could have left last year. As many of you know, our house burned down. We lost 75% of everything we owned in August of last year. In March of this year, the houseboat that we rented had an electrical fire. We literally came out of there with the clothes on our backs. It was at that point that we decided we're either going to move out of state, start a new life somewhere else, or rebuild in Morgan City, in St. Mary Parish, our hometown. I think I still have something to offer the parish. I think I'm good at what I do. I communicate well. I'm looking forward to serving as a councilman for District 11.
Thank you. And Mr. Castay, the same question. Why do you want to serve on the parish council? Why do you want to serve on the parish council?
Small business is struggling. Our population has dwindled. It's imperative that we think out of the box. What do I mean by that? Let me give you a quick story. In 1986, I was at the New Orleans Airport Holiday Inn. It was also Super Bowl time. We were trying to get the attention of all of the tourists that were in Jefferson Parish to our hotel So I came up with the idea of doing a Bellman's Parade. I contacted every hotel in Kenner and invited them to bring their bellman over to decorate their parade, decorate their bellman cart. We called the local high school to come in, and we actually had a parade in our Holodome. Does it sound stupid, quirky? You might think it is, but guess what? We had all of our bars open in the Holiday Inn, our restaurant was open, and we made money. We made really quick money. That's an example of thinking outside of the box. Our big thing is tourism. We just saw nationwide Morgan City and the parish be lifted on the ghost of Morgan City. We need to do more things like that. We've got the opportunity here. This Sunday, I was with a friend's business, at a friend's business on Front Street in Morgan City. While she and I were talking, I saw maybe 6 or 7 different people show up to look at the water. They had bags, they were tourists. There was not a kiosk out there that could have met with these people to tell these people a little bit more about the parish and what they could do. Tourism is where it's at for this parish, from showcasing our seafood again, to showcasing our river, to showcasing our main streets in Franklin. We've got a lot here, folks, and it's time for us to do it.
Thank you. At this time, each candidate will have 3 minutes to summarize his candidacy. Mr. McCarty, you will lead us in this one. Again, 3 minutes.
I want to thank the Chamber first and foremost for hosting this event, for all of you for coming out and listening to us tonight. My campaign motto has been proven leadership for United St. Mary Parish. With almost 20 years of experience, I exemplify that. I want to use this experience to be an effective and efficient councilman for our parish. I think I can be someone that the entire parish can be proud of. I have learned that communication and common sense go a long way, and I think our citizens appreciate that when it plays a huge role in helping our citizens with the various issues. As your councilman, I have several goals, and I'll make these promises right now. Give my promise that I will use our tax dollars wisely and effectively. I look forward to helping our citizens have safe and clean public roads, improve drainage and levees, and helping our sportsmen with secure and clean boat landings. I pledge to work with private citizens, our parish president, our CAO, and our economic developer on increasing economic development to help create jobs throughout St. Mary Parish. I'm Bill McCarty, and I ask for your support on October the 12th. My number is 112. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Castay, you will be next. You will have 3 minutes to summarize your candidacy.
I think the other reason why I'm running is that we need more transparency in our government. We saw with the hospital service district in Morgan City that it wasn't transparent. And if they did such a wonderful job, why did Governor John Bell Edwards have to intervene to save that hospital? In fact, when the controversies were started, I was part of a group of people, including hospital employees, that were locked in a hall while the hospital board members were in a room behind closed doors with attorneys discussing the business of the hospital. Recently, the council chairman, in another situation, brought out allegations that there could be a problem with some land that was purchased in Amelia, 3 times the price of an estimated amount of money was paid for land for a training facility in Amelia. I'm bringing these 2 instances up because the people that are serving on these boards need to be properly vetted. We need to make sure that we have honest people working. I intend to do that. Folks, for years we've heard that we can't grow our economy because we don't have any housing here. Now we have plenty housing, but there are no jobs. In short, we need to change the way we do business in our own backyard. I'm number 111 on your ballot. I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Thank you. And next, Mr. Adams, you will also have 3 minutes to summarize your candidacy.
We need to get our, hopefully, retain the businesses that we have in St. Mary Parish. We have some huge businesses here from the east end to the west end, and help the businesses stay here. We also need to recruit new businesses. And if the parish wants the residents to spend their money locally, government agencies need to spend their money locally they can. It don't do no good to order off the internet when our tax dollars don't come back here. There's a lot of that going on. I wish people would start spending money in our own parish. That would help our tax base. Also, we need to be committed to diversified. We put people on committees. We need to put different type people on these committees who's willing to work for the people of this parish. It's not our parish. I mean, it's not my parish. It's our parish. Everybody in St. Mary Parish. I humbly ask for your vote on October 12th, number 110 on the ballot.
Thank you.